this thing suit and all
Always.
that, and he
Yeah.
used to be, he forgot to zip his pant. He used to come with unzip with the pant, and he used to come and stand in the center of uh, the what you call crossroads, and say, there is only one God, that is Meher Baba, the Avatar Ajay. Say everyone, Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. And he used to bow down 3 times and touch the road. And we
Wow.
used to catch, we used to afraid whatever, because the old this thing, we used to, any auto may hit or anything like that, we used to pull him out.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah.
And I noticed
Amazing.
one thing at Amartiti, that the volunteers have the most fun and the most ecstasy. They are just dripping with ecstasy. The volunteers are
Yes.
just soaked in that atmosphere. They have
Oh,
the most fun.
we will sometimes, it's very difficult, Yasmin. I was being associated with the Amartiti right from 1978 as a volunteer for 40 years. Only 2000, up to 2019, only 2020 I was not well. I did. I was the group head for the complete Telugu people, and at that time I used to feel a lot of difficulties. There are typical people, they come with this thing, and they do something which we just catch hold of in them. They says, no, don't touch my body. They used to feel so much, and they used to violate some certain rules. And there are certain persons during the heat times, we always say, don't lit a fire near the tent. Oh, what should I do? You mean to die us with in the cold, they used to say. And water was a big problem during Amartiti. And they, especially Telugu people, they want bath every day. And I have a strict instruction not to give bath until 30th night. They used to go take just uh, balti, and they used to have bath or cold water in the open air. We used to say, don't, please don't do that. He says, when you are going to guard Babas, I says, don't bother for this. That is the restrictions in temples and all that. For here, Baba, you need only pure heart, pure in the soul, in the heart. That's why you should don't bother for the bath. We'll give you bath on 30th. We used to say that 30th night. Now, what a
Yeah, but
fun thing is, when we don't have a water, we used to give for 31st water. Now we got plenty of water, but Baba closed the Patiti. And so, uh, what a good
but
planning,
Baba is
Baba.
blessing the volunteers like anything. He
Yeah.
just is blessing them,
No,
showering his
sometimes
blessings.
I always tell volunteers, see, Baba used to say to the volunteers during Baba's lifetime, Baba used to say, all my pilgrims and Baba lovers, they are my guests. Volunteers, you should work them, you should treat them as your guests, not as ordinary persons. You sacrifice comforts. Baba, during Baba's summer, when people used to Adi and all this used to come for the 58 hours, Baba is provided with cots and bed. And we now volunteers, I always tell volunteers, we should go out, we'll sleep in the open air and let them accommodated in the hostels. That's what I tell. But everybody is disagree with me. No, we have to work for 5-6 days. No.
But where do you
I,
stay, Meher
I
Chand?
used
When
to
you
feel fortunate if I get the mattress to sleep in that dusty ground. So it was a luxury for me, the mattress.
No. You should say in the dust I sing. That's all. Francis, you have to remember so much dust.
Don't say
because
that.
because because of dust, your voice will be choked out. You know that? Because of the dust during the Amartiti, your voice will be choked out.
I used to cover my face with
Yeah.
blanket.
Yeah.
but where do you all stay in Amartiti? Where do you all
We
stay?
stay during the first 5 days, because we stay. I used to come on 25th, and I used to stay in the hostel D, and then we shift 3 times. Then people come on 28th, we'll shift to B, and then to the posting, where suppose if I'm given A hostel, my duty will be the A hostel, means I'll be in the A. If I'm in the E tent. If I'm in B tent, like that.
I tell
We
you,
used
so
to,
you sleep in the tents. You sleep in
yeah,
the
sleep
tents.
in the tent. Yeah, tents. And most of the time, my during the I still remember when I was in 78, 79, 80s. There was no tea stalls, nothing. So I used to do 3 days continuously without sleep.
Oh
So
my God.
the Iruch
It's
Mama used to
freezing
send me the
cold,
tea. Iruch Mama
freezing
used to,
cold in the tents. It's very, very cold
no,
in the
there was no
tents.
canteens at that time up the hill.
Yeah, but
At
I've
the,
slept in the
no,
tents.
during 70s, 78, 90s. Later, in late early 82, when MPC came, then there was a tea stall near the, behind the Duni. And there was nothing. Then previous for all the 10 years, 9 to 10 years, there was free meals given by the Bakshi from Dehradun. But his stall was to be closed by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Night duties, Irich Mama used to send me the cup of tea in his flask. So I used to drink that. So I didn't have any, how to kill the time. So I used to take this tape recorder, cassette player. I used to record the snorings of all the Baba lovers. And I used to play it to Iruch Mama. Iruch Mama used to say, MBG, ultimately there was a tie-up between MBG Shastri and MRK Sharma. He has given MBG outbeated MRK Sharma. He has given the first place, snorings.
Oh. Meher
We used to
Chand,
have nice fun.
when did you first go to Amartithi? When was your first? Do you remember?
Actually, whenever Baba given darshan, I used to go. But
Oh,
my first
right.
Amartithi
Oh,
was in actually 1969. I was there on February
you were. Oh, you
6th
were
and
there.
7th. 5th
Wow.
and 6th and 7th. And
Wow.
then I went there on 1970 Amartithi and
Hmm.
1971, 72 or 70 onwards. I never missed Amartithi so far.
Wow.
All these 50 Amartithis, I never missed 51.
How about you, Vijay? You go
And
way
one
back.
thing is, I
72,
just share one
72
before Vijay
onwards.
starts. I showed only one thing is when the second Amartithi was there was no bets. There was only gunny bags they put. So
Wow.
everyone used to come into the tent. They used to snizzle, sneeze, hachi. They used to do that. Why? Because the gunny bags which they put, that is of red chilies.
Oh no! Wow.
New life.
Yeah, we used to have a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed those days. Lovely
Oh,
days. Yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh. Now you were young. Yeah, how were you
Yeah.
in your how
Teenagers. Yeah.
20s?
And
Teenagers.
Vijay never used to work as a volunteer. He used to, he's a big shot. He used to sit near that Baba's stretcher room. On that side, he used to sit in the evenings,
Oh,
Bal,
all that.
Balnathu gave me registration work for registration of the
Yeah,
uh, Baba lovers. So I
yeah.
worked
You
for
might have been
3 days.
assisting Rao, Mr. Rao.
Yeah. Both Rao and me used to work together. Yeah. Now Rao has expired.
Yeah, I know that. He was very sincere worker. But only
Yeah.
thing is, he never used to listen to anyone, but he's very good,
Yeah. Yeah.
dedicated worker.
Dedicated.
But it's amazing how they control thousands of people. God, it's I don't know,
oh,
everything works like clockwork. Everything
yeah.
works like clockwork. And still, I mean, how many 20,000 people? How many people? Mention 10 or
This time
20,000?
there was 25 lakhs were there.
Huh?
25,000, sorry, not lakhs, 25,000.
No, no.
25.
It's around this time, it's around 50,000.
No, no, I'm telling you the registrations. There are people,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
it is people registered is only 25,000, but there are
Yeah.
equal number of people staying in the village, in the city, or staying in somebody's place. People who
Yeah.
come in
mm-hmm.
the buses and sleep in the bus and all that.
Gosh. How about you, Yasmin? When did you start coming to Amartithi?
I started, I think I came to Baba in 2012. And I think I attended, since then I've been attending Amathithi every year,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
But
So,
uh,
I
but we wouldn't get a place in the, initially we used to get place in the MPR, but then they made a rule that only for senior citizens and things like that.
mm.
So
Yeah.
we had to find accommodation as to go to the Andhra hostel usually, as to go to the Andhra hostel, or I wanted to try out the tent. So I stayed in a tent a couple of times. First time I really enjoyed it, but the second time I was frozen. I
Cold.
was really freezing
Yeah.
over there.
What January? Yeah, cold.
Their Maharashtrian group head is a very strict, tiny structure, but she's very dynamic. Shobha Tai, Shobha
Yeah.
Mistry, Shobha Parekh, Shobha Paresh. She's very good.
But
You know Shobha, Yasmin?
Shobha, who? From where?
She is basically Kishore Mistri's daughter, eldest daughter,
Oh, yes,
and she
yes.
is the sister of
Yeah, yeah,
Meher
yeah, yeah.
Veena.
She's the one who got married recently, 2 years back or something.
No, she was married long time back, and she stays in Surat.
I know
She's
I've
a
seen the
homeopathy
whole
doctor.
mystery family. I
Yeah,
attended a function in Surat.
yeah.
What was the function about? I forgot. They were celebrating something, so I went there
Well,
for
Baba's visit in congregation with Baba's visit to the Surat, old by
yeah,
Yeah.
because
yeah
my father is
Rajini.
from Surat. My
Yeah,
father is from Surat, so I wanted to see all the streets which Baba had walked through, and I was surprised to find that Baba had walked up and down the street on which my father lived. I was so
Oh.
surprised.
Oh,
I was delighted. I was so
Ah.
thrilled to find out that Baba has been walking up and down this very street.
Mm.
Yeah,
did he live near Mistri's Bangla?
pardon.
Mistri also, I think, same street, Surat. Shobha
And
Rajnikant
Mistri's
and
Mistry.
and the place
Rajnikant,
where
Shobha
Baba
Mistri's.
lived in Surat.
Rajnikant Mistry. Shanti
Yeah.
Mistry stays in
Yeah.
Mumbai, and Rajnikant Mistry stays in Surat.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
visited his house, Surat,
yeah.
and yeah.
Wow, you guys have stories from babyhood, huh? How wow. Amazing. Amazing.
No, I always boost myself that Baba seen me first rather than my seeing Baba. And Baba
Uh,
came to my uncle's place on 22nd February. I was in my mother's womb,
mm.
and after Baba left, I was born exactly 12 days after Baba left my place. So Baba came to our house on 22nd February 1954. I was born on 6th March 1954.
Mm.
Exactly 12 days.
I strongly feel I'm connected with Baba's during Shivaji.
Oh wow. Wow.
As a soldier, because still this lifetime also I worked with all this defense and guns and tanks and ammunition. So yeah, I've been
That's
connected with.
fascinating.
Oh,
Wow.
Vijay, on a
Yeah.
lighter vein, I'm telling you, you are not a soldier. I thought you are the Baba's must.
Well, I'm telling Shivaji time.
Not
Yeah.
even Shivaji, even prior to that also. You are always Baba's must.
It's
When
hard
when
Yeah.
it's hard to
yeah,
Must.
yeah.
imagine DJ with guns and
My young days, they used to call me Mastram.
Yeah. Somebody, I didn't remember someone from circle of friends. When they
Ah,
saw you first time,
yeah.
suddenly she said to, I think Lenita or someone, I didn't remember the name. Oh, Vijay looks like Muhammad Mast.
Yeah,
oh
Sometimes when I see you, you look like that.
many
yes.
of yeah, I heard from many people. They say like that.
It's a
Yeah.
big smile. You have the biggest smile. DJ.
No,
Wow.
Baba.
So,
Well,
Vijay doesn't look like Mohammed at all.
mm,
Vijay,
when
you don't look like
when
Mohammed at all. I don't
when
think
I
so.
when I see Baba lovers, I get a big smile.
so you should remember that line. You know
Which
that
No, but
song, मस्त बनो, वो that's one, कुछ कहना है तो
कुछ कहना
अपने
है.
खातिर मरा करो तुम परे के खातिर, जिया मस्त बनो प्रिय तम के मातिर.
Baba written that this song.
Yeah.
कुछ कहना है,
So
कहना है. Something like that. Yeah.
Baba has
कुछ
written that song.
कहना है तो कहना
प्रेम की,
हो,
प्रेम
प्रेम
की
की बातें
बातें
किया
किया
करो,
करो,
कि
प्रेम की बातें.
सार है, प्रेम ही सार है.
प्रेम ही
प्रेम.
सार है. या
But did Baba write this song?
Yeah, of course, Baba has given the song.
Baba has written this song. Wow,
Yeah.
या
I didn't know that.
कुछ कहना है तो कहना है, प्रेम की बातें किया करो.
किया करो. There this is मस्त बनो प्रिय तम के खातिर, प्रेम सुधारस पिया करो, अबाब दिल का बना के खाओ, खून
या
जिगर का पिया करो.
प्रेम
So you
की
are a must
बात.
in Baba's love.
या
Yeah, I forget, Vijay. We are reading in the group The Silent Word. Francis's. It's a biography, really. I was so surprised to read it because it's just very different from Lord Meher.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful biography, and he talks a lot about Shivaji. I
या
can't remember. Are you in that group, Vijay? I know you were in that, but it's The Silent Word. Marvin leads that group.
नो नो.
No, well, I'm just, I'm trying to find where,
Oh yeah. I saw it today. Yeah.
where
Uh,
he talks.
Facebook.
There are
I
many
think
groups
I'm in
now.
that group. Yeah, I saw it.
Are many groups. That's true. There's Beams. There's
Yeah.
Listen Humanity. There's The Silent Word. There's God Speaks over and over
God
again.
Speak. Even Mumbai, there is a group where Jimmy
That's
Modi
right.
used to do the God Speaks,
Yeah.
and Cyrus is just every Tuesday and Wednesday and Saturday, and
No, we have
beautiful days
almost
also.
every day of the week except
Yeah,
Mondays,
Sunday beautiful.
5:30
Sunday
to
is
7.
beautiful Sundays, and Thursday is
Yeah.
Bombay group.
Except Monday, we have
Beautiful.
a program every day.
Bombay people do very beautiful.
Yeah, we
And
have.
Pune got every Saturday. In Hyderabad, we
Yeah.
got every day program, evening 6
Amazing.
to 8.
Huh? Huh?
3 centers they share.
Wow.
But I'm only connected with these groups. You have.
But so that's what I'm telling you. This has become a part of it's our real, I won't say it's circle of friends.
Yeah.
I never say circle of friends. It is my family.
Right. That's but we will continue on even when we go back to Samadhi and all. I think we will just
Yeah, we should
why not?
continue.
Why not?
Why not?
Sometimes happens, for I used to attend Karen's what is called efforts and grace lectures. That was always between 10 to 1. Nowadays, 10 to 1, 11 means 10 to 11 every Friday means I used to go for my professional court for 10 o'clock onwards, 10 to 4. Sometimes, if I'm free, I go to that. Efforts and Grace by Darwin Shah.
Yeah.
You know about Darwin? If you say that I have seen Baba, the moment he touch, he tells you how many times you have seen Baba and how many times Baba touched. Is to tell with it touch, Darwin Shah.
They used to read Effort and Grace at MPC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to read
Not
that a lot.
MPC. Yeah, MPC, right.
They used to read it at MPC. What's her name? Karen or what's her name?
Karen,
forgot.
yeah.
Karen. Yeah, Karen.
She,
Karen St.
Meher
John.
cares. She takes off the elderly persons and she
Yes.
does.
Right.
She's in charge of the MPC over there. And
No,
she
she
lives
takes
in
Meher
Mehrabad.
care.
Pardon?
She says Meher cares means she she runs a car to pick up the all old peoples, bring
Mhm.
them to the samadhi, and they take them back to the samadhi at the free of
No,
cost.
but who is the person who's in charge of MPC? There's one
MPC,
American.
there are receptionists are there. Sometimes
No, no.
Judith was there, and
That's the
good olden
admin
days
office.
MPC was there means even Ida was there, then Kebi was there,
So
then
right now, who's in charge?
right
I
now
think.
I think someone I didn't remember.
So she
Yeah,
used to conduct this effort and grace readings
yeah,
at the MPC.
yeah. There are a lot of programs in there during weekdays. 2 days,
Yeah.
3 days to Merazat, and 1 day off on Friday, and 1 day at local Mehrabad tour of the Baba places. In the evening, sometimes Mehernath talks, Baba's films and MPC and all that.
So much and more coming, more and more, and still yet more different manifestations of just different ways to love him. Different people to all the young folks coming up are wonderful. The
Yeah,
young.
Baba said so. Baba said so also. When my manifestation is there, not even a single member of my mandali will be there.
Oh
So
my
this
God.
is the indication that Baba's manifestation has
Ah,
started long. And I always feel that by 19 is my personal opinion. By 1928 or 1929, except Mehrabad, no other place, because even Shirdi, everything will be overpowered by to coming to Mehrabad because of Baba's
well.
flowing his or Baba showering his grace on the people,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
Baba said so. This place after 70 years from today, in 1958, Baba said so. It will become place of holy pilgrimage. Baba said one time in this thing is Baba said 60 years after dropping off my body. So that means timing nearing.
No, it has already started, Machan.
Yeah.
Mm.
It has
Yeah,
already
but
started.
he has also said that there won't be place to stand in Mehrabad. I mean, the samadhi will be far away. You're lucky if you have a place to stand in
Yeah.
Mehrabad.
Yeah. I wondered when you look at Angela's pictures of the ropes and the the barriers, you think, oh my goodness, one day with tomb will be covered. We can't get in.
But
Yeah.
there are now people, because I still remember there are some people, they sometimes, that's the reason I always tell people to, when they are interpreting, when they are reading the Baba's message, just take the original book and read from the messages from that. When you are
Uh,
quoting the message, read from the messages. Don't
yeah.
use your brain or your thing. If you
Yes.
say that is, the word will be changed.
Yeah.
While and once you are telling him also, according to my understand, that Baba has said so like this. Instead of Baba said like this, you should say that according to my understand. That's the reason I like Cyrus a lot. Cyrus used to say, according to my understanding,
Uh-huh.
this.
No,
Baba,
now
Ah.
they put a
Baba said,
disclaimer, no? They put a
Pardon?
disclaimer before each lecture that
Yeah,
the views expressed are those of the speaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Now we have a disclaimer before
Uh-huh.
each
under,
because it's easy
understanding
to.
has a certain, Baba said understanding has no meaning, love has meaning. So understanding up to some extent is okay, but then love has a meaning.
Mhm.
No, I feel most of the Baba lovers, they use most of the intellectual levels, they use intellectual. They
No,
mold
but
Baba's messages according to their needs. That's what I feel so. I may be right, I may be
see,
wrong. They try to show this thing. But my
intellect
this
has
thing
a
is
limit. Yeah, intellect has a limit, and
that's the
of
reason,
course,
that's the reason
intellect
for
is
Baba said,
necessary. It's
Baba is
like
the
a,
love God,
it's like
and
a,
that Baba said, no amount of intellectual doesn't count. It is only your love for me. That's
yeah.
all.
You know
See,
what he
if
said
you,
about the Hamirpur people? He used to
Yeah.
say about the Hamir, when he used to go to Hamirpur, he said, these people, they are my true lovers. I have to spend so much time explaining things to the other people and they still don't get it.
confused.
Shall I tell you one thing? Very good, humorous comment of Baba. Baba
Yeah.
said, Amirpur is my heart. Amirpur is my heart. Andhra is my head. Because
Mhm.
Andhra people are so much headache people. They they try to oversmart in this thing. But Amirpur, there's total love.
Yeah,
Have you ever been to Amirpur, Yasmin?
Yeah, I've been to Hamirpur. It was a totally magical trip. It
Um,
was arranged by that, who's that person who's living? Ora something, some place called, I don't know. He arranged
Orai,
my whole,
Orai, or
all right, all right.
yeah.
I just met him in a Baba meeting in Bombay, and I casually asked him that I would love to visit Hamirpur because he just happened to drop in for a lecture, for a talk. So he
Oh,
immediately said that contact me.
Prahlad has come from Prahlad. He stays in Maharashtra. Prahlad
No,
Singh.
I don't. I only know this particular gentleman,
And there's one
and I
gentleman
just
who
Omar.
stays in Bombay itself. He works for. He's right now. He's in somewhere in Gujarat or someplace, but his family is in Bombay only. Sanjay
yeah,
Nigam.
but this man was amazing. He arranged my whole trip from start to finish.
Mm.
I saw each
wow.
and every place in Hamirpur, and he arranged 4 or 5 people to go with me. So it was just fantastic. It was a
Wow. Mm.
totally Baba plan trip. I just had my
Yeah,
ticket, train
yeah,
ticket to Hamirpur. That's all. And
yeah.
they arranged my. I had to get a
Wow.
ticket back.
He must be Omar. Gopi
Pardon?
Omar.
Mm.
I don't
Gopi
know.
Omar.
He's doing
Gopi Omar.
amazing
See,
work in Hamirpur. He takes
Yeah,
his little
he's from
truck.
Maharashtra. He is the one who holds
Narastan.
Maharashtra. Yeah.
No, he's not
He
from
built,
Merastana.
yeah.
He takes a little van and shows Baba movies in all the little villages over there with a
Yeah.
Meher Baba program. He's doing amazing work there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
go to
I
all
feel.
the
He's the
villages.
one. He is the one
They go,
who turns the key.
yeah.
We don't know. When Anil was there, Anil and Vijayshri was there. One day we went. They used to come from Delhi. From Delhi, they used to come for the Jhansi. From Jhansi, we used to hire a taxi and we used to go at morning 8 o'clock. We used to start at Jhansi, and first we used to go to Nauranga. From Nauranga to Hamirpur, Hamirpur to Maharashtra, Hamirpur to Hingota, Hingota to Maharashtra, Maharashtra to Hat, and again come back to midnight at 1 o'clock to Jhansi and catch the train early morning 3 o'clock to Hyderabad.
Mm.
Yeah, Hamirpur is great. I said, because Baba has promised. He had promised the Rani of that Pune, what's that? Baroda,
Kanta Devi.
Rani of Baroda, that
Kanta Devi.
he had told her that I want you to go to Hamirpur as my representative. And if you do that, not only will you love me, but you will never let go of my dam. So when I heard that, I said, I'm going to Hamirpur. I want a guarantee that I will never let go of Baba's dam.
You are so smart, Yasmin.
And Shanta Devi and Adi Kaka, they came even to Kovur to inaugurate the Baba's temple, so-called temple there, Baba, this thing, Baba statue at Kovur.
Oh, yeah.
And they also had in 1961 at Nauranga, and then 62 at Mumbai Center, then 62 or 64, Bombay Center is 64, I think. Then 63 at Kovur.
I have to visit Kovur sometime.
Yeah.
I never been to Kovur.
Baba told everyone to go and visit Kovur.
Oh God.
Specific instruction. Baba said, this year, no birthday of mine. You go and celebrate at Kovur.
Yeah.
And he asked Jal to go there. Jal was some reasons he was unable to go. So it took 22 years to Jal to visit Kovur. He came for the first time in 85. We traveled in a cycle rickshaw at Kovur.
Uh-huh.
You know,
It-
Alan Ray from Arti, he went to Hamripur very early, maybe the
yeah,
70s. Yeah.
75,
And
74,
I
75. Yeah.
obviously it changed his life. He always goes back to
Yeah,
stories about
amazing.
Hamripur. Yeah. Yeah.
It
And
transformed
Tripura.
him.
There's one
Yeah.
person. There's one person used to also go to Amirpur a lot. Is Win Coates.
Yeah,
Oh.
win code.
Win is a very good photographer. Win.
Yeah,
He used
yeah.
to, when he came to Amirpur, I used to take a lot of care. So he used to call me Mummy. Win. He was a very close friend of mine. Win.
What did he
Yeah,
call you?
me too.
What
Mummy.
was it?
Mummy. So
Mummy.
yeah, he used to smoke a lot of BDs and he never used to wash your teeth. I says no, you'll get tea only if you wash your teeth and then yes, Mummy. He used to say that.
Sweet smile here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Oh.
Susan White's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were good friends with Casey Cook and very nice.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Casey is still in at Meher
Whereas only
I
Casey,
think
Chand.
so.
Shelly, and
Devana.
Davana. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Casey, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who are the men? Falu is there, yeah. Who
Alu
else?
is there.
Follow. Yeah.
Not many.
Yeah.
So I feel capital J when we say that. I should have been there if I had not got married. But it's my bad. It is my unfortunate that thing.
Oh,
I
you have
lost
No,
the
no.
chance.
what Baba
No, no,
gives
you
you.
are lucky. You are
Yeah.
lucky to get married, have family life,
Yeah.
The
responsibility.
difficulties. Mansari used to always says, Merchant, you should get married. And Mani auntie and Mera auntie say, Mera Mai says, Merchant, you should come here and settle down.
Ah. So Mansari won.
What made you decide against it, Meher Chand?
Pardon?
What made you decide not to settle down in Merazat?
Not settle down. The difficulties happened is my three brothers, they all migrated to states. So I was the only person staying along with my parents. So my father and my mother was say somebody has to look after the family and all that. I was waiting for my time to call. They said you should stay in Hyderabad as long as your parents are there. After your parents passed away, you should come and stay in Merazad and you should not get married. I was waiting for Baba to call them, but Baba was never called them. So I have to. On the contrary, I was got married. On my engagement took place on 9th December 1987, and my marriage took place exactly on 26th February, the next day after
Oh,
the Baba's birthday.
wow.
And so then I said, okay, as long as my parents are there, I should be there. Then I want to sit down. I never used to take. I took a profession very lightly because I was no interested. Anyhow, I have to dismantle one day. I have to go to and say this thing. Then suddenly, Baba has given me one son in 2000 after 14 years of the marriage. Took
Wow.
after 12 to 13 years. So I'm
Wow.
now 66. My son is only 20, 46 years younger to me.
Mhm. Does he
See, I
live?
don't know. That's the reason. That's the reason I'm always strong believer of the Baba's quotation: desire for desirelessness. Not nothing, you'll have everything. On the
Oh.
contrary, I asked for want everything. I didn't have
I ask for his company. That's my desire. Uh,
And
just Baba's company. Yeah.
he can be with you in marriage and out of marriage, and Baba is everywhere. He's part of your life,
Yeah.
apparently, in your family. And where does your
Yeah.
son live, Meher Chand?
He's with me only. He's only 20 years. He's doing his
Ah,
final engineering. final the graduation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's highly talented, but he doesn't. He's very shy. He doesn't come. He doesn't. He does Baba's. He got a very good voice, better voice than me, and better musical talent. But still, he doesn't. And
Oh,
but he does only manual work of the Baba, putting tying the flags, giving water, and all that service he does.
mm.
Even during Amar Tithi and even during this and Hyderabad also.
I know your brothers Anil and Ram very well because they were lived in California near where I lived. We would see them often. Yeah,
You live at
Anil stayed in
Oregon?
Fremont and Ram stayed in San Jose.
that's right. Yeah, that was when I met them and knew them. They would go to the group meetings and yeah, yeah. They're
Betty,
lovely. Both.
yeah, Betty, you lived at Oregon? You live at Oregon?
Now I've been here 14 years. We lived in California before. We were part of the Northern California group. Also, Marana, we were very involved with. David drove
Oh,
tractor at Marana. Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe so, yeah. Rickshaw is there at Oregon.
Yes, I know. Rick is, he's had a stroke, so he's okay, but
Oh,
a little quieter maybe. Actually, I think he's had two strokes. Yeah.
oh,
So
big. He's
Rick
big.
is wonderful. He's a
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell him. I'll tell him if I know.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah, I
woman.
remember it.
Yeah, I'll
Rickshaw.
tell him you asked after him. There's a woman named Meta. I don't know if you know Meta, who her son Adam. I am. Well,
Oh,
she goes and visits Rick every day. She sees Rick, and she's a nurse, so
oh,
and she's his neighbor. So
oh,
so of course, and he's married, so he's well cared
oh,
for. Mhm.
oh,
Yeah, he's wonderful,
oh.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's wonderful.
I like Rick Joy.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
When Anil was in Boston,
Yes.
he had a good friend called Boston Brahmin. He used to boost himself as a Boston Brahmin. That is like that. What's his name? Michael
Michael
Segal.
Siegel.
Michael
Michael
Yeah,
Siegel.
Siegel.
Yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
His wife
Yeah.
is Lakshmi, doctor Lakshmi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my sons uh, wound up taking a class from Michael. He
Yeah.
didn't know that he was a Baba lover, and somehow they mentioned India and Abhinagar, and oh my goodness, they discovered that they had, they had, our son was 12, was
You,
11
you
when.
you know the story of Michael, how he broke his nose, and
Uh-uh.
Adi came for the program. He was all the time rushing up. Suddenly he dashed to the pole and he fractured his nose bone.
Oh, you mean at Amartithi? Is that what you said?
No, no, but during
Different
Adi's
program.
visit to
Oh
Boston
dear.
in 1974 or
Oh,
75 time.
ah. Yeah, he plays beautiful sitar, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
but he learned from Ravi Shankar.
Oh my goodness.
He's very
Oh.
good.
Mm.
And he likes he always says he boasts himself as a Boston Brahmin because he likes dal and pickle, mango pickle a lot. And he put this in pocket. He put nut powder. Always he choose nut powder.
You know Zakir Hussain, the tabla
Yeah,
player.
yeah,
Zakir Hussain, early days, he used to stay with Michael.
yeah.
So, and when Zakir Hussain came to Jabalpur, I was at Jabalpur. So I mentioned to him, Zakir, yeah, he knew him. It's, when he came for the concert at Jabalpur. So he was always surrounded by the so many visitors and his fans, mostly girls. So I sent a chit like Michael Siegel, and then some people came running to me and say, come, Zakir Hussain is calling you. And so I went to him. And then he said, where is Michael? And
Oh.
so I said, no, I am going to Boston. That time it was in 1978. So he said, oh, send my love to him. Uh,
Uh,
But then later Zakir Hussain, he had his academy in California, and then slowly he married to an American lady also, and then I think he became so busy. Yeah.
You know,
Hari Prasad,
Ravi
Hari
Shankar's
Prasad
brother,
also used to stay at his
Ravi Shankar
place.
brother, Uma Shankar, Uday
Yeah,
Shankar, very good
Uday
dancer.
Shankar,
Uday Shankar.
dancer,
Yeah, he
dancer.
met Baba. He met Baba
Yeah.
during in Baba's visit to US, first visit to US, 1931. He met he and uh, other one is Anand Shankar, his mother.
Hmm. I met Bob Holt also, who he used to stay with Michael Siegel. So
Uh-huh.
Bob Holt was blind. So he was such a lovely. So I had such a lovely time with Bob Holt. Yeah.
Oh, wow, so long with this in the late 70s or 80s?
Yeah, it was in 78.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, 78. 78, yeah. First time I went there, 78 and 7. That time I got to see Elizabeth, Kitty, and Murshida, Phyllis Frederick, Dana Field,
Wow.
Adele. Adele took me around. That time she was 62, and she was taking me around the LA. And I was thinking, my God, this old lady, she was 62 then. And I say, oh God, whether she's driving okay, or I was little
Uh,
scared. But she took me around the city. She drove me around,
uh,
and to my surprise, later on, 30 years she lived, 92 or
yes.
94, something like
Yes.
Myrtle Beach.
Yes. At Myrtle Beach. Adele is famous for her driving.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I had a wonderful time. And Danafield, I used to had walk with him. Then Phyllis Frederick, I had wonderful time. Still, her is means laughing rings my ears. She had lovely, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you had a good trip, VJ. Did you come for to see Baba people or
Yeah, yeah. Actually, Adi Kairani, he sent me to Myrtle Beach Center. And I wanted to meet all the Mandali, US Mandali, American Mandali.
Mhm.
So I traveled 78 and 1980 and I had wonderful time. So I could meet them. And I told them goodbye, like Elizabeth. Then 1980, she went to Baba.
Yes.
Then Murshida Dews also, I had a talk with her. So wonderful time. Then after all this, so I was there at the right time. So I could meet them all.
I
Yeah,
think you, Vijay, you met more of the all the Baba's
yeah,
people
Mandli.
than many of us. You met people I've never met,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
I live
yeah.
You know,
here.
Baba has given Elizabeth's name as Dilruba and Kitty's
Yeah,
name as
Dilruba.
Soroja.
yeah.
Soroja.
Thorough.
Kitty's name
Betty,
is
Saroja,
Soroja.
Betty,
yeah.
Betty,
Yes.
what do you know of that man who stays in North Carolina, Norina's reincarnation? You know anything about
Oh,
him?
Mehernosh Mehta.
I don't.
No,
Yes.
not Mehnosh. It's
Mehernosh
a different name.
Mehta.
Merwan, I think.
Isn't his name
Yeah,
Merwan? Is it
Yeah.
Merwan? No.
No.
Does he
Meherwan
come to
Mehta. I
Mother
think.
Beach often?
Yeah, Mehernath Mehta. He's actually hails from Ahmednagar.
Yeah, he's from Ahmednagar. But
Yeah.
does he visit the Meher Center often?
yeah, he
No,
was
he
in the
stays in
trust.
the state. He stays
No.
somewhere in California or someplace. I don't know.
North Carolina. North
North
Carolina.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
was,
you know I don't know.
he,
I don't know. I've only been to the center once. I'm not someone who would. I'm mostly West Coast, so I don't know about whether he goes a lot or not. I don't think that he does, though. I think he kind of has
Yeah,
his
but
own life.
he's so distant in this incarnation. He's so distant about it. He's not very a
No,
complete
sometimes
opposite
that
personality.
sometimes I feel those persons, especially C.D. Deshmukh's son, C.D. Deshmukh daughters, they played in Baba's lap and all that, but
Uh,
they never used to come. And
Eh.
most of the sometimes I feel some I know few Baba lovers, of course. Uh, our what's his name? New Life, Daulat Singh. Their family doesn't come because of the humiliation they felt
Oh,
because of the Daulat Singh begging at the New Life in the same at Belgaum. They
But Meher Chand,
stopped
this
doing
is a reincarnation of Norina.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no, I
mean,
know that, but I understood. But there are
Every
some people,
uh
even in spite of their close attachment with the Babas, this thing, in they never come to the center.
well, maybe he just
And
does not want the celebrity this lifetime. He's. I
I
get.
don't know what Baba wants them to be
Yeah.
because he
he's
can,
very low key. He's
yeah,
very low key. We had a Zoom meeting with him for 2 hours in Bombay. I mean, of
yeah,
course, he connected from America, but
Mm.
yeah.
they arranged a Zoom meeting
He is
that,
the cousin of our Mehernosh Mehta.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
So,
Oh. Hmm.
and there's
our
one
Baba
Manosh
sent.
Mehta living in Ahmednagar, as I think that's
Yeah,
his brother. Another
yeah,
Manosh Mehta
yeah, yeah. He's
living in.
also there. His one brother is also stays in Ahmednagar, works for Ahmednagar College.
But he was not at all attracted to Baba in this incarnation till a long time.
Yeah.
He did not feel that attraction. Now also it's very, very what you say, low key. It's not very
No,
Mhm.
no, he is now president of Parsi. Something is there in Ahmednagar Parsi Association, or I don't know. He's the president,
no, no,
and he
I'm
used
talking of
to
the
put a stall.
I'm
We used to put a stall, lemon lassi, and flavored milk stall at during Amartiti in 1980s and 82, 84 time.
So, who is this Meher Chand that you're talking about?
you're mixing up, Mention, you're
Irish
mixing up.
Mama's cousin,
You're mixing
Oh,
up,
Irish
man.
cousin's son, Satta family, and
And not the
the
Manosh.
Damania and Satta families, they all closely links. Like
hmm.
Roshan Kerawala's
Yeah.
um, sister son, or I didn't remember his name, relationship.
Uh-huh.
He
There are
was at
three
the
brothers and sisters. There are three
Yeah,
brothers and sisters. Manosh Mehta is still there living in Ahmednagar.
yeah,
Merwan is living in USA. And there's
yeah.
someone else, some sister or something.
I
So
think I think it's interesting and it makes me I don't refreshing maybe that that people like Marwan Mehta they he's free. Who knows what's happening internally in that? My goodness, such a soul. But we don't all have to follow the pattern of being a Baba lover in a certain way. People are very individual about how they
Yeah, that
you know
sometimes happens.
God.
Yeah, David Fenster's son, Aman and Amar, they stay in the States, I think so, but they hardly comes to Mehrabad, Nagar, and they stay in States. Similarly, Jubin and Jatin,
Yeah.
Kalchuris, they stay in Sydney. One is stays in Sydney and one has come back and staying in Mehrabad. Everybody for their for livelihood
Mm-hmm.
because of Baba's wish. Don't shirk your responsibilities.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what is the reason behind it, Babas. Like what we call in shunting of the bogies in India. When you put it in a train, the bogies will be carried and to attach to the engine, and engine carries like
Mm-hmm.
that. Each Baba lover will be attached to Baba. Baba will take them. That is called holding on to Baba's Dhamma. This link is between the engine and the bogie is like as strong as long as link doesn't separates. Similarly, we have to hold to Baba's Dhamma.
Yeah.
and Bhav Kalchari also was a reincarnation of one of Baba's Parsi followers.
No, no, is Baba's John.
No,
John
but he
Kerala.
is a reincarnation of a Parsi Baba lover who
Oh,
died
John
was
a
it
Kera,
few years before his birth.
John Ker,
as nervous or asthma?
Nervous or something, right? Nervous,
I
nervous.
think it was nervous. The one,
Yeah.
yeah, who uh Mhm.
And Jal Kherawala is our people say Mehernath Kalchuri is Jal Kherawala.
Really? Wait a
Yeah,
minute. Marinath?
yeah, Mehernath Kalchuri.
Mouse son.
That's not possible.
Our
Is
son.
Jal Jal?
Jal Kherawala, not
How can that
not
be?
Dadi or
Oh,
Shan
not
Kherawala.
okay. Not
Jal
Baba.
Kherawala he's from Nagpur,
Oh,
and he was one of Baba used to love him so much. He's one of the arrangement wallahs of Baba
Yes, a
during.
collector.
Yeah, he was the collector.
Hmm.
Yeah, of Nagpur.
Well, he must have come right back then.
Yeah.
Ah. Hmm.
You should also now start counting who is who and who is who. We have to make a research.
Are you okay, Yasmin?
Yeah.
You need some water?
I find that all very amusing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now,
When
what I feel is lot of previously now many of Parsis from Bombay and other places they are also start coming to Baba. Previously, very few. Like I remember younger days, I used to be so. I used to when I used to go to Baba, I used to see search for Polly Umbriger and Nari Contractor because they are Indian great
Oh,
cricket players.
that's right.
Yeah. So I used to see
Uh-huh.
Polly Umbriger and Nari Contractor.
Mm.
Does
Wow.
Yasmin Farooq Engineer's wife also comes to Baba?
Who is it? Who?
Farooq
No,
Engineer.
not at the center.
Pardon?
I don't think she comes at the center.
Yeah. Because Farooq Engineer, along with Pali Umriga, Farooq Engineer, Rusi Surti, Nari Contractor, they came to Baba during 1959 to have Baba's darshan and blessing when they are going to the tour
For
of
the
the West
cricket
Indies.
match, yeah, before
Yeah.
the cricket match. But
Yeah.
Polly Umerigar was invited to Baba Center twice for
Yeah.
as a guest lecture.
Yeah.
He narrated his story twice. Twice they called him at Baba Center.
Yeah.
Oh,
He went through a lot of suffering. I mean, it was amazing. His story is amazing.
now Polly Umrigar uh is Nan Umrigar his wife
No,
or
No,
no,
no, no,
they are
no,
different
no,
no,
families.
different
they were
different?
Surname is
connected.
Oh, different family. Oh, okay.
different family, but surname is same.
Yeah.
Umrigar.
Mm.
He
Okay.
was a famous cricketer.
Yeah.
And Pali Umrigar
captain.
seen Baba, whereas Nan Umrigar, she has not seen Baba, but she brought many Baba lovers to Baba,
Yes. Right.
without
Hmm.
Baba, through her son, Karl Umrigar. He was
Wow.
a jockey.
Right.
He was a jockey.
Uh-huh. I was there when she was there, but came at Maribad. Hmm.
Have you read any of her books,
I read
Betty?
the one. What is it called? Sounds of Silence.
Sounds of
I
Sounds of
read.
Silence.
Silence.
Yeah, I did read that one.
Listening,
Well, we
listening.
knew, there was a connection because, oh, it's so obscure. There was a fellow here in the States, Patrick Carlson, who somehow, I don't know, connected with her son, I think, or in the astral. There was a connection between those two boys, or Nan could explain it somehow. He passed away here. Patrick Carlson died in a car accident, and there was in her book it talks about that it was significant to her that he was his name was Carl's son, and her son was Carl. I forget how it worked, but anyway, there was a connection with um, those two boys, this American boy, Patrick Carlson, and her son, who died, also passed away. Yeah.
But so many people have come to Baba because of Nanovikas.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Interesting. I
she
remember Mani saying, you know,
Uh,
I, I know people maybe shake their heads at the automatic writing. She said, but Baba has many ways of bringing uh, bringing people.
But Nan has mentioned in the book that Mera used to take her aside and ask her, what do you have some more news for me from your writing? Yeah, Mera used to ask her.
She wanted
I was
news from the
surprised.
other side.
What's the latest? She's asked. What's the latest? She's asked. Nan.
Wow.
There's
Doesn't it?
also a reincarnation of Godse. What's his name? Godse, Dr. Godse's full name? Vijay?
I don't know.
Godse,
I don't.
doctor. He was doctor. He died in Satara accident.
Oh,
Oh.
Nilu.
Yeah, Neelu. Neelakant Godse. Neelakant.
Neelkant Godse.
Yeah. And
So-
Vidya says she's the reincarnation of Neelu. She's from Bangalore.
What's her name?
Vidya.
Vidya. Hmm.
She says she's the reincarnation of Neelkant Godse.
You know, whatever Baba told us, we trust it. But there are many people who are telling so.
Don't worry. Within few years, you may not be there, I may not be there, but people will be there. That you can find donuts. I remember one person who came for Amar Tithi, and he said, he said, "Have you seen Baba?" I said, "Yes." Then casually I asked, "I also seen Baba." He said, "Yes." When did you see Baba? I saw Baba was wearing a safari and white safari coat and all that. I thought probably when I met Baba in 1985, not 80, 75. Then I said, Baba dropped. Why did you come for this here? He said, I came for Baba Samarthiti. And when Baba dropped his body 69, when did you meet Baba? He says, no, I met Baba. I met him in the trust office. He was wearing a white safari, and I thought probably Adike Irani. Then I showed him Adike Irani. Ah, this man. I said, he's Adike Irani.
Ah. Oh, he thought he was meeting Baba.
And he says he has come for Amartiti.
Ah. Yeah.
So I think we have taken a lot of time, and this man, but Vijay is all the time he was looking after the watch.
I should tell you, I hope I decided to push the button and record. Is that okay with it? I don't know what Angela wanted.
It's only casual. I doesn't like recording.
Who does?
Very casual talk.
Oh,
I enjoy more than what we used to enjoy.
Well, I figured this is just like Jeff's late night, but so really, do you want me not to tell her not to do anything with it? I don't know what she'll do with it. Hmm?
Let's see what Vijay.
Yeah.
Before time to depart, you want to say something?
No, well, I enjoyed your talks. Nice, relaxing.
Well,
and
you
so nice.
you do have a wealth of experience, a lifetime of experience.
No, for me, I got a little problem is what we call in typical Indian language is a starting trouble. Once I start, I forget everything. I'll go on talking.
Actually, when we were young, there was a very ambition meeting all the Baba lovers who met Baba. So I explored entire India, entire US, and that was really something.
Yes, it is something, isn't it? But such
So
life.
the difficulties with us is when we are young, we are very shy to talk with the elders. When you are teens and youth, we used to feel that, oh, what should we talk with those Mandali members? We don't know anything about Baba's literature and all that. And when we are become old, young people are talking better than us. So at every stage, I'm a dull head. I can say so.
No,
Because
you are not.
the
You are
difficulty with
talking.
us is those days literature, we used to hardly find literature. It's very expensive. Those days everything used to come from states, and it is very humanly impossible to purchase those.
No, but
Purchasing power is also very. Pardon?
I got Baba's God Speaks and discourses since my childhood, and from my father. So and from my father, I got lot of books. So it was a gift. So I was in touch with all his literature.
For me, we are not allowed to touch God Speaks because God Speak and stay with God. Baba's signature, original signature is on that. So we put it in our treasure.
Good.
So we never used to touch. So time to depart with Baba.
All right.
Thank you
Jai Meher
all.
Baba.
Jai
I've
Baba.
taken a lot of time, Vijay. I've taken time,
Yeah.
Betty.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Yes.
Jai
Betty.
Meher
Wow.
Baba.
What a
So we
treat.
say,
We did not expect
Avtar
this.
Meher Baba ki jai.
Okay.
Avtar Meher Baba
Okay.
ki jai. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai.
Hey.
This tablet thing is still not fixed yet, and this is why Winterfreed we have an Android tablet in the studio. I just want to make Winterfreed know this.